If your customer acquisition strategy is creating activity but not producing new business, the problem may not be your effort. It may be your effectiveness and alignment. Many salespeople are publishing content, running campaigns, making calls, sending emails, and networking consistently, yet still not seeing those efforts turn into real opportunities, sales conversations, or signed contracts. The truth is that customer acquisition works best when it is treated as a repeatable system. The right audience, the right message, the right process, and the right value delivered at the right time. When any of those pieces are missing, growth becomes inconsistent and frustrating. So today we're going to talk about the 4 primary reasons that your efforts aren't resulting in more closed business. Number 1, you're not targeting the right audience. You can have the best offer, the best message, and the best follow-up strategy. But if you're putting it in front of the wrong people, it's not going to convert. A weak acquisition strategy often starts with an audience that is too broad, too vague, or based on assumptions instead of real buying behavior. When your audience is not clearly defined, your marketing speaks to everyone and connects with no one. The goal is not just to generate attention. The goal is to attract prospects who have a problem that you can solve, the authority or influence to take action, and a reason to care now. Number 2, you don't have an effective, repeatable sales process. New business rarely happens because one great conversation or one strong campaign. It happens because there is a clear process for moving people from awareness to interest to trust, to action. If every lead is handled differently, results become difficult to measure, improve, or scale. An effective process helps you know what happens next, when to follow up, what to say, how to qualify interest, when to ask for the meeting, and how to keep the momentum moving. Without that structure, good prospects fall through the cracks, and not because they were not interested, but because the path forward was not clear. Number 3, you're not providing real value. Prospects are not looking for another pitch. They are looking for clarity, insight, confidence, and solutions. If your outreach or pitch is mostly about what you offer instead of what your audience is trying to solve, it may be easy for them to ignore. Real value helps the buyer see their problems more clearly, understand the cost of inaction, and recognize why your solution matters. That value may come through education, a useful perspective, a diagnostic question, a relevant example, or a practical next step. The more helpful you are before the sale, the easier it becomes for the prospects to trust you during the sale. And lastly, number 4, you're focused on your needs and not theirs. It's natural to want more leads, more meetings, and more revenue, of course, but your prospects are not motivated by your sales goal. They are motivated by their own problems, priorities, pressures, risks, and desired outcomes. So if your message is centered on your company, your services, and your need to close business, it can feel transactional. But when your message reflects the customer's world, either their challenges, timing, decision process, and definition of success, you create relevance. Relevance is what turns attention into engagement, and engagement into opportunity. So here's the bottom line. If your acquisition strategy is not turning into new business, do not assume you simply need to do more. You may need to be more focused, more consistent, and more effective. So start by asking yourself these 4 questions. Am I targeting the right people? Do we have a repeatable process? Am I communicating real value? And are you speaking to what your customers care about most? When those answers improve, your strategy stops being a collection of activities and starts becoming a reliable path to new business.